Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 4 of Young Justice. We are actually caught up now, and we're able to catch up with these each week as they drop. Right now, I think I'm just going to be releasing these on Fridays, so just kind of keep an eye out if you're wanting to follow the journey along. Thursday is a kind of a high output afternoon, so just to not bombard everybody with a bunch of stuff as often as I can, because sometimes there's a bunch of stuff that comes out in one day and you can't avoid it. But I'd like to try to not shotgun everybody every day with a bunch of stuff if I can help avoid it. So I'm going to do this on Friday for now. And it should be opened up once Doom Patrol wraps up for me to do this Thursdays. But for now, this is the plan at least. So that being said, these first 3 episodes, which we finally got around to, have been quite heavy. Like, not what I expected to get into right out of the gate in the season. It's really interesting how they're diving into this, like, intrigue and these heavy themes that is like of segregation, of discrimination, and all that stuff going on in the Mars environment, as well as this incursion, this covert operation by the Legion of Superheroes, who are here tracking somebody who is trying to also interfere with all of this. At the same time, Magan's brother is also trying to work with Desaad to take out all the green Martians, actually just all the non-Shen Martians. So what is going to happen there? Because they don't even, like Desaad says, I have no idea if this will even hurt mixed bloods like yourself or anybody else. Will that hurt Gar? Will that hurt Magan? What's going to happen if he sets that off? There's a lot of interesting threads being juggled around in here. I'm excited to see where it goes. It's definitely not what I expected right out of the gate of this season, so let's go ahead and dive into this. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this or any of the other episodes or any of the other shows we've been covering on the channel within the past year, you can check out the full lengths for those over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, gets you access to those as well. It's just one of the many ways you can support the channel, help us work towards getting an editor and all that jazz full-time to help with some of these videos. Liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the videos is always a great way to help out, because getting the engagement up helps the videos out tremendously. So that all down and out of the way, guys. Let's go ahead and dive into episode 4, Involuntary. So do you just have to be like super skilled to be able to like mask yourself like this from people? Like, because they said like committing a crime on Mars is next to impossible because of everybody being psychic. Now, who the hell's that? I guess we'll find out.
How did you find me?
You know I do this professionally, right?
So you're arresting me again?
I should. I didn't come to fight. I came to apologize.
What?
What?
I should have left you behind. I'm truly sorry, Macam.
My name's not Macam. It's Ma'alefa'ak.
Even if you can't forgive me, it's not too late to reconcile with our family.
You can say goodbye to Mom and tell Dad I'm sorry. Good luck with the wedding.
Is there something I might help you with, Emery?
I'm a scientist atheist. I can't be asking a priestess for advice.
And perhaps you could ask a friend.
It's Magan. I wasn't there for her or our brother because I was afraid of what others might think. What can I do? How can I possibly make it up to her?
To start, tell her you're sorry.
It hurts that I won't be able to share this day with my father.
Don't worry, we'll bring the King's Killer to justice. We promise.
To do our best.
Yeah, don't make empty promises or promises you have no way of possibly knowing whether or not you could keep it.
We have to go. But you psychically
Oh,
camouflaged us.
they're not. Oh, okay. I was like, they're kind of just out in the open.
I still don't understand how we're supposed to complete our mission if we can't stay close.
I'm really not sure. But what choice do we have?
We should do an even more thorough review of the intel Jen provided. Where can we go to do that?
We don't have to go anywhere.
That's so fucking cool, man.
Now let's find out who was in the palace that night.
Your Majesty, I must insist, we are better off without the Earthers. Given recent events, it seems clear that even the king would have changed his mind.
Now you presume to understand how my father thinks?
These are adult concerns. I would not expect a child to understand.
I am Prince of the Realm.
Surely you will not allow this.
Your prince has spoken, Ress.
Yeah, get out of here, you little piece of shit. Fuck off!
No one came in that night except a couple of Ashen servants. But feel free to review my memories of the evening.
Got Rokar's memory record right here.
There. Another servant entered with our suspect.
His name is Carmang.
I didn't see anything. Nothing at all.
That's it? That's his whole interview?
We need to talk to this Carmang.
Hey, just because he's got a fucked up scar on his face doesn't make him a villain. People get scars all the time. Accidents happen.
Carmang,
I know who you are. The niece of Ja'anja Owns, and the outsiders of Earth.
We've been looking into the king's murder.
I had nothing to do.
You're not a suspect. You could tell us anything about the female Ashen servant that entered the palace with you that night.
Oh, her. She was a Garoon, posing as a Ashen.
But how did Rokar not catch that? You can't change color without others realizing.
It would never occur to a Garoon that another Garoon would ever pretend to be Ashen. He takes no notice of any of us. He hardly sees us as Martians. My kind knows better than to trust my hunters. That is why I keep this.
Then why tell us now?
Because she is one of us.
Excuse me, you have news. Show me.
We've discovered that a Garoon female entered the palace that night, posing as an Ashen servant.
I see. Perhaps you could, give me a moment to absorb this?
Hello, Megan. It was right there the whole time. Zatanna's spells always leave behind a microscopic magical residue, and Martian magic is basically a signature in a different language. That's why it didn't recognize it before.
Come on, we have to find Jem. I'll explain on the way.
My father always believed that the prejudices separating Garoon and Ashen were ridiculous. But
I'll bet the king still believed Bloodens were superior to both Ashens and Garoons.
he felt the royal bloodline had to remain Blooden and pure, which is why you killed him.
Jim, no. It's not true. You know, I've never even...
I definitely tasted her there.
And we've got a match on her magic residue.
So it was you.
No, I didn't mean to.
Everyone get back!
Jeez.
Please, get out of the way!
No, Sarah! You must stop this!
I can't!
You'll have to. Or you'll have to kill me.
I still love you.
Did she have like an emotional reaction when confronting the king, maybe? And accidentally killed him?
How could you murder my father?
I didn't mean to. I only snuck into the palace to talk. If I opened my mind to him and he read just how much I loved his son, he'd have a change of heart. But he was so dismissive, so contemptuous. I was upset, and my power... I couldn't control my magic that night. Thought became action, and before I had time to take it back... Then I panicked and morphed, sneaking out through the plumbing. After that, I knew I could never be with you. So I took the Yellowne, knowing that sorcerer priests and priestesses lead celibate, solitary lives. I am deeply, deeply sorry.
She opened her mind to us fully. She was telling the truth. It really was just an accident.
But who blew up the Zeta tube?
Nothing to do with the destruction of the Zeta tube or the communication satellite.
Did you hear? Priestess has been arrested for the death of the...
She used to be Garoon.
It's a Ma'al trick. It has to be. Only an Shen.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dirtbag.
My fellow Martians, there is a lesson to be learned here. For just as there is much even Garuns cannot aspire to, there is much Shens should not aspire to. This is the reason our caste system exists.
Oh my god, fuck off.
It is the Martian way.
This has been the Martian way. But that does not make it the right way. Our caste system is responsible for all of Ma'az's problems. How preposterous is it that among a race of shapeshifters, the color of one's skin defines one's worth? It is long past time for institutionalized tribalism and scapegoating to be eradicated. The Martian way should be a path toward empathy.
Gotta give the prince credit. Guy knows how to make a speech.
Stay alert. Don't forget why we're here.
My eyes are opening to these words of common sense.
I love how she called it common sense, because it really is. Well, they're finally here. Oh, no.
The time scanner! He's here! Hurry!
There's someone below us.
What is it?
It's definitely apocalyptic tech. It's a bomb. Looks like there's some kind of virus in the containers.
It tastes of Macam. You can say goodbye to Mom and tell Dad I'm sorry.
You're all in danger.
But I'm
You're biracial. We don't know how it'll affect you or Gar. He has your blood in his veins. I'll get rid of it.
Great, except you haven't seen the sun in a while.
I'm the only one who's immune.
Oh, please don't die. Please don't kill Connor.
Oh, I think. Should be hot enough to fry the virus. Now go!
Everyone, you must evacuate the arena. Now!
No, an explosion can't kill Super.
I can't feel his mind touch. I can't feel his mind touch!
Is the heat affecting him too?
No. Kryptonite. Traces in the air.
There's kryptonite in it too?
No oxygen on Mars. Not enough solar energy to recharge his cells. A bomb laced with kryptonite. That shadow of ash on the wall.
Connor, please. Please, 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 please.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck off. We're really gonna end with that. Well, fuck, dude. I want to think like that he made it out, but I mean, they've been pretty dead set on keeping who they kill dead. So like, you know, Wally's still gone, even though there's clearly a way out for that one, but we're way past the returning point, I would feel like, at this point. And they just set the stage perfectly to nullify any of our thoughts. It was like, oh, we thought it was just Martian targeting. But I'm sure they knew Connor was there, so they had planted kryptonite into it to either avoid Superman's interference or Connor's interference in it. He was already drained, already weakened. I'm just like, could no one, Bioship, anybody have just given him a ship to take him to, like, out of the atmosphere to absorb some fucking sun while he was here? He was clearly damaged. There was an assassination attempt. Like, come on. Like, I'm just mad. I'm mad. If Connor's dead, fuck, I'm going to be so pissed. But that's how you have good television, man. They rile up your emotions. They get you sucked into it. They get you enjoying this stuff. And he's, man, the wedding and everything. So we gotta look kinda at the person that was here to make sure that this goes off. I don't know if they're from the future or if they are just part of whatever plan is being hatched between Macomb and Apocalypse and making this happen, or if it's a third party. I'm not exactly sure what the deal is, because they just planted a bomb on the casing for the virus canisters in order to set it off. Were they in league with Macomb, or is this somebody else trying to do their own thing in this? But the Legion of Superheroes knows about it, and they're tracking this person. So it makes me wonder if, because they can't change past events necessarily, but which makes me think somebody from another time is trying to interfere with events. So what were they exactly trying to do that Macomb wasn't already going to do? Maybe it was about Superboy. Maybe the kryptonite was in the bomb he added to the packet, because he put that bomb on top of the one that was already tied up to the virus canisters. Maybe in the original timeline, Connor does prevent it. I don't know. I don't know, man. This shit's getting me hooked, getting me frustrated, getting me flustered. It's like on all counts, from the stuff with the racial segregation and discrimination to them assassinating Connor, or Connor sacrificing himself to save not just Magan, but everybody there, despite his weakened state. The priestess accidentally killed the king. So that's completely unrelated to the attack on the Zeta 2. We learned that in this as well. So I don't know. I don't know, man. That was kind of surprising to me, though, but I like how it motivated and spurred Jem to finally just speak to his people as the potential king, the upcoming king, like speaking to them from a place of authority and confidence rather than just kind of like sitting in the back, which is kind of what had happened up to this point. Like you said, had he been braver, maybe to stand up against his father's prejudices or the prejudices of their people in general, they could have been together and she wouldn't have killed his father, and maybe they'd be in a better position right now. It's hard to say. Who can tell? This was a really good episode, but I really need next week to happen now so I can see what happened. But guys, what did you think of the episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. You can come join our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that and all my socials are in the description below. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction to this or any of the other episodes, it's over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, it gets you access to that as well. Speaking of, I want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korsgaard, Margaret Grace, Peeling Zim, Mary Bradley, and Jeffrey Hale. Thank you guys so much for your support. Sorry, I'm a little bitter at the moment, so it just is what it is, guys. But thank you all so much for your support. Thank you everybody who's tuned into this, and I'll see you guys next week with the next episode of Young Justice. Take care, everybody.